Ladies and gentlemen, the mid-engine C8 Corvette is crashing and blowing up everywhere. Okay everyone, welcome back to Brink of Speed. Today I have the latest good and bad news about the 2020 and 2021 C8 Corvette. Let's go ahead and start with the bad news first and end with the best news last. So, since August 10th of last year when the first C8 Corvette was crashed on a California mountain road, there have been quite a few C8s that have crashed. Is this because of GM making a bad product, or was it mainly due to mistakes made by the drivers? The one that I know for a fact was not the driver's fault was this orange C8 that was hit by a drunk driver who ran a red light. None of these were caused by a malfunction though with the C8. So the answer is no. It has nothing to do with a faulty product being produced by GM. As you can see here though, there is some serious damage to a couple of these C8s. And a couple of these look like the driver simply lost control of the car. So ladies and gentlemen, if you own a high performance car, please be safe and learn your limits. And don't test the limits of a car unless you are at a racetrack and an experienced driver. Now moving on. Just last week we had new news of the first C8 engine failure. Now this story came to us through a young man named Jake and his YouTube channel. He went out to meet up with a couple of big YouTubers and let them drive his C8. The engine failure happened while they were trying to review his C8 Corvette. They had it all on camera and told Jake that the engine oil level and PSI went down big time. That of course triggered a check engine light, and so they pulled over. They hit the start-stop button to see if that would correct the problem, seeing if it was a fluke or not, but then the car wouldn't start back up. So, obviously they had to have the car towed to the local Chevy dealership, and apparently the cause of the failure was identified as spun bearings for the number 1 and number 2 rods, possibly resulting from either a bearing fitting issue during assembly or from debris during manufacturing. In my opinion, this speaks to how well GM made these engines. 1 out of almost 3,000 has gone bad, and that's it. What's more is that GM took great care of Jake and paid his local Chevy dealership to install a brand new LT2 in his C8. So again, this is great news in my opinion. It tells us that even if we do have issues with our 2020 C8, which we know there's been only one, GM will stand behind their warranty. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about both the crashed C8s and the engine failure. Obviously with the crashed C8s, this is just people being reckless. The orange one that I showed you was a drunk driver, so the driver of the C8 was not at fault there. Luckily, he came away with, very minor injuries and walked away from that crash. As far as the other ones go, as you can see in the pictures, they just look like somebody let the power get to their head. They spun out and they pretty much demolished their C8s. And then as far as the engine goes, again, there's almost 3,000 C8s out there. And for only one engine out of all of those that are out there to go bad, I think this is good news. So again, let me know in the comments what you think. Next, I wanted to bring up something that has been annoying me for a while. And that is the Bluetooth connection in the C8 and what it does to my iPhone 11 Pro. I'm sure there are plenty of you out there who will certainly be able to relate to this bit of info, and I'm curious if anyone has found a solution to it yet. When I get in my car and start it up, as soon as my phone connects to it, it turns my volume down on my phone. Plus, on top of that, my phone seems to be constantly doing something the whole entire time I'm in my car. It's always vibrating like it's connecting and disconnecting constantly, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But let me know in the comments below if you've experienced this, and if so, have you been able to figure out how to fix it? Okay, enough of the bad news. Let's jump right into the good stuff now. And first, I'd like to talk about 2020 production getting back underway at the end of May and how things are going with that so far. So of course, GM had to ramp back up once they started the C8 production line again, and it didn't take long for them to exceed their goals. In their first week, they were able to pump out a higher number than they had anticipated, and this continued to happen every week after, as far as I know. So this came as a pleasant surprise because it means that GM will most likely be able to fulfill a lot of their 2020 C8 orders. My local dealership, Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine, Texas, just got their first C8 shipment in last week with 3 new C8s. One of the 3 was a Sebring Orange Z51, and the other 2 obviously were non-Z51 C8. As you can see, I was there when the Jack Cooper transport was just leaving the parking lot after dropping off the 3 C8s. And I know they were super excited to start getting C8s at Classic Chevrolet again. Let me know in the comments below if you have received your C8 this month, or if you have a VIN number now and you know that you're gonna receive it this month. Okay, moving on to the 2021 C8 info. I haven't made a video about this yet, so I wanted to talk about it for a minute because some of you may not know about the changes coming. I did get this from the Mid Engine Corvette forum today and thought everyone would like to see this. So, as you can see here, if your car hasn't made it to 3,000 status as of right now, you will not be getting a 2020 C8 at all. It'll be pushed into the 2021 production year. I'm sorry to give you that news right now because I know there's a lot of people out there that have their C8 on order and they thought they ordered it, really quickly last year and don't understand why they don't have a 3,000 status yet. Well, if you don't have that 3,000 status as of right now, you will not be getting a 2020 C8. You'll be getting a 2021. Now, the good news is if you do have a 3,000 status, then right now GM is guaranteeing you that you will get your 2020 C8, and it will be done at least by the end of November. So you might be taking delivery of it in December. Also, if you have a 2020 convertible, that production is scheduled to start the first week of August, and as long as you have a 3,000 status or above on that car, then you're also going to get that convertible as well. And like I said, the plant will halt 2020 production around November, and we'll start retooling the plant in December for a January 2021 C8 production start date. Also, this month is when you will be able to place your 2021 C8 orders. So this is all somewhat good news, somewhat bad news to the people out there that thought they were going to be getting a 2020 C8. But at least you know what the status is now. A lot of people are having trouble with their dealerships. Their dealerships are not conversing well with them. They're not giving them updates like they should. So this is your update. Now, I don't know how many C8s will be available to order on the 2021s, so I wouldn't waste any time getting to your local dealership and placing your order. So again, if you live in the DFW area, make sure you head to Grapevine, Texas, to Classic Chevrolet. When you walk in, if Rod Pitzer is not there, ask for either Hank or Dorian and let them know that you want to order a 2021 C8 from Rod Pitzer. But he's there most days. I think, he has one day off a week and that's it besides Sunday. So let's move on to now the changes coming for the 2021 C8. As you will see here, this was also taken from the Mid Engine Corvette forum. Okay, so let's start with what everybody wanted to know about the 2021 C8 Corvette, and that would be the price. Will the price increase for the newer model? Absolutely not. The base price for both the coupe and the convertible will remain the same. Now, there is a chance, however, some of the options could have a price increase, but we don't know if that's going to happen or not, and we don't know what options those would be. So that'll be something that we'll know about here in the future, and probably pretty soon, because you'll be able to start ordering the 2021 at the end of this month. So number 2 is colors. There will be some changes to colors. There will be exactly 2 changes. So with exterior colors, Long Beach Red will be replaced with Red Mist Metallic. The second color that's going away is Blade Silver, which is a little bit disappointing to me, but it's being replaced by a color called Silver Flare. And that's supposed to be a really unique looking silver as well. So hopefully it'll be just as flashy and nice as the Blade Silver. But as you can see on this paper that I'm showing you right now, there are more striping colors added as well, including a C8R striping package. Now this one really got my attention because I think it would be so awesome to own a replica C8R. Question is though, will GM take it a step further and add the decals as well, and the arrow too? Wouldn't that be awesome? Now number 3 is Mag Ride. This one is awesome. You no longer have to spend $5,000 on the Z51 package in order to add Mag Ride to your C8. This is probably going to be most people's favorite thing about the 2021 C8. There are so many people out there who could care less about having the options that Z51 gives you, but they really want the smooth plush ride which comes from the Mag Ride, and now they can, all while saving $5,000. I also know there are about 21 new changes to the 2021 C8 Corvette, but GM wouldn't give us most of those changes. One that I thought I heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that you don't have to have Mag Ride to get the front end lift anymore. This would be also a money saver for those out there that could care less about Mag Ride but still want the front end lift to save their front end from scraping. So let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Let me know if I'm correct about that front end lift option. But that's really gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since I've given you a bunch of updates. Again, if you enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up, leave me a comment below letting me know what you thought, and if you have not joined this wonderful Brink of Speed community, as you can see, big things are happening. Make sure you press that red subscribe and bell notification so that you're notified when my new content comes out. I hope each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you out on the road.